What's up, home Skillet?
I have to admit, I feel a little nervous about putting the Fat Elvis in my body. Somebody call Dr. Nick. If you eat this sandwich every day for years, like I'm sure Elvis did, he loved them, by the time you got to beach season in the summertime, you'd be breaking beach furniture like Keith Moon just by sitting on it. I don't feel like a sex symbol right now.
It's time to TCB on this PB, BB, BB sandwich.
There's no doubt the king made some questionable to bad decisions in his life.
Peanut butter, butter, bacon, banana, and bread.
On the questionable side, probably Priscilla Presley. There's no doubt that Priscilla was an absolute smoke show. The problem was, Elvis met her when she was 14 when he was serving in the army in Germany. Priscilla was also the daughter of one of his captains. That's probably pretty bad. Even worse than seeing a 14-year-old. And there's no doubt that Elvis Presley was a talented, once-in-a-generation person. But he was still kind of crazy.
So Elvis and Priscilla got hitched whenever Elvis was 31 and she was 21. I don't know many people that pull that off.
I mean, remember, Jerry Lee Lewis got hammered when he married his 14-year-old bride, but I think she was 14 or 15, but it was also his cousin. So that adds another layer of kind of creepiness to it. But I love Jerry Lee Lewis. He's the killer.
And you still can't quite get over the 24 and 14 part. It's just kind of absolutely creepy. It's like he took a page out of the songbook of Jerry Lee Lewis. Hi, my name's Jerry. I have a couch in my recording studio. I like couches, bananas, bacon, toast, other fried things. You can bring your coloring book if you want to. That'd help us get along a little better. Don't worry, this thing above my lips is Flying J approved.
Now, one could imagine that if you give him the benefit of the doubt, their relationship when he was 22 and she was 14 was one that was sort of platonic, hopefully, but I have my doubts. So Elvis was devoted, so I bet by the time Elvis was 32, he had a decade under his belt of beating women off his jock like a third grader taking infield practice who didn't have a glove. Elvis also did some flat out dumb shit, not least of which was getting mixed up with carnival barker, pet cemetery owner, pet trapper, Colonel Tom Parker. The Colonel took half of everything Elvis Presley made. That's a pretty good rake-in. But the amazing thing is, Elvis Presley never really performed outside of the United States. I think he did like 2 gigs in Canada. He never went to Germany, he never went to England, and he never went to Japan. Do you know how much damn money he could have made if he would have done that? He could have made Graceland into basically the Mall of America in 1965. The reasoning behind this? Colonel Tom Parker was technically not a U.S. citizen. He was afraid to go overseas because they would lock him out of this country if he tried to come back. When Elvis died in 1978 at the age of 42, he only had $5 million in the bank, basically. That's about $20 million in today's dollars, if that makes sense. When the Colonel died in the mid-80s, I think he had something like less than $100,000. So he got half of what Elvis made, and he ended up on his deathbed with $100,000. How do you do that? Gambling. Now comes the worst decision. In 1967, Elvis started having what was termed as saddle pain. I guess when you dance that much, you get pain in your hips, your ass hurts, I don't know. Anyway, he got hooked up with Nikolopoulos. I can't even pronounce his last name. Nikolopoulos? George Nikopoulos, otherwise known as Dr. Nick. At first, the drug cocktail that Dr. Nick gave Elvis kind of took away that pain in his ass. But then it started to give him a different kind of itch. An itching for it. Believe me, I am totally straight edge. This led to Dilaudid, Percodan, Demerol, codeine. What's up, Valium? Gotta have them Quaaludes. Percodan, codeine, and mother truckin' Quaaludes. On top of that, Dr. Nick had to give Elvis some really high magnum caliber laxatives. Lots of constipation. And you knew Elvis liked to eat, but you gotta get it out of your system once it gets to the end of the caboose. I've been up for 9 days. I need a sleeping pill. Hey, Nick, it's about 3 p.m. I'm having trouble getting out of bed. Think I can get some liquid cocaine? Yo, Dr. Nicky, I'm getting ready to go play racquetball. Can you get me some Quaaludes? I've been up for 9 days. I need a sleeping pill. So you can see where this is all going. Elvis died in front of his toilet, face down. He had a massive heart attack while trying to strain out a BM. Somebody call Dr. Nick! Somebody call Dr. Nick! Hey, Dr. Nick, this prune cocktail, it ain't cutting it. Nick, this prune juice cocktail ain't cutting it, because I can't cut a loaf. Dr. Nick, I might be going to the shooting range. Can I have a feedback of those goofy balls? It's got 65 grams of fat. But better than anything Elvis did, all the lives he touched, all the hearts he broke, all the records he made, all the beautiful songs, everything, the dance moves, his becoming a cultural icon, all his memorabilia, wonderful stuff. The ceramic monkey in the jungle room. It's a little thing called the Fat Elvis. A wonderful, wonderful sandwich. Please step on my blue suede shoes after I eat the Fat Elvis, because I can't see my feet anymore and I need something to let me know that they're still there because I can't see them. I've lost a visual read. And when you purchase your bejeweled jumpsuit, you might want to get a size bigger than what you think you'll need. 24 grams of fat and 2 tablespoons of butter that's slathered on the bread, 25 grams of fat from the bacon, 32 grams of fat from 4 tablespoons of peanut butter. Each slice of bread gives you about a gram of fat. So it's a dietary jump starter spark plug. Hey, Dr. Nicky Poo, I'm going to meet the president today. Can I have like 3 or 4 sheets of bladder acid on top of this codeine? Hey, Nickelodeon, how about you come over here and try a little bit of this Robitussin with some PCP crushed in it? Dr. Nick was the devil. He's the one who killed rock and roll. But the sandwich does work. The peanut butter, the bacon, and the banana all kind of meld together in like a tropical salt bomb of sweetness. I actually feel like I'm on phenobarbital.